Her body is riddled with tumors that were never treated. The owners didn't care.
I don't like the look of the tumours she has at all.
Hi, Viktor LArkhill here from Let's Adopt International in Spain. Our friends at World Animal Awareness Society are about to show you one of our latest rescues. The full story, the story of Abba, a dog that spent most of her life chained inside a closed-up location, and that now for the first time is experiencing freedom. Have a look at this, Abba. Enjoy it.
It's an animal world out there. Watch the World Animal Awareness Society channel and feel right at home. Come, sit, subscribe, and stay a while.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
He's wearing it looks like he's going to the war.
So this guy, Viktor, he's a funny guy. I'm in Valencia, Spain with the famous Viktor LArkhill of Let's Adopt International.
Yes.
We're going on a rescue mission today.
Yeah, we're going on a rescue mission. Bueno, venga, que es mi video. It's my video. Okay. Okay, bye.
Going on a rescue mission. It's going to be another quick trip to pick up a dog halfway across the country. This is a German Shepherd. The dog is in really bad shape, and when you see her, it will remind you of someone, of our beautiful Noah. This dog has suffered a lot. There is a tumor there. Her condition is really terrible. I really don't know what we're gonna find out, but we're gonna see in a few minutes. Just come with us. Hola, pequeñita. Oh, no. There's a tumor here and another tumor inside here. Okay, that's not gonna be so easy.
Had you worked with that gentleman before?
Muy bien, sí. He's Linda's son. Muy bien.
I would imagine people find you with what you're doing and it's like, I got another dog for you.
Yes, pretty much, yes. That's the case. Now we're going to the hospital. Vamos a hospital. So she's a female. She's in the back of the car. She's very malnourished and very weak. She has 1 or 2 tumors and an overall pretty bad condition. I have no idea what the story is. I need to find out, but this dog is in real trouble. We're now heading to the hospital and let's see what they say. So let's go. Hola, bonita. Más buena ella. Madre mía. Madre mía, qué buena es. Venga, vamos. Doesn't want to leave the car. Comfortable. Uy, ¿no quiere salir? Venga, va.
It's a really far jump. It's a far jump.
Ay.
That's awesome.
Yes. Claro.
Pero qué cosa.
Ya te la has ganado.
Qué bueno.
Qué bien, me encanta. Oye.
Venga. A ver.
Este animal está socializado. ¿Cómo se llama?
Abba.
Abba.
Abba, la hemos llamado Abba.
Qué bien, me encanta el nombre y todo.
Como el grupo.
Ah, como el grupo Abba.
Tiene un tumor importante, ahí lo has visto antes.
Sí.
Un tumorcillo, la debilidad de las patas de atrás.
Sí, eso lo tenemos el día que lo vayamos a dormir para
The day we put her to sleep to remove the masses, we will take x-rays of her spine and hip.
Vale, vamos a hacer la analítica este momento.
Sí, vamos a sacar sangre. Eso es uno de los síntomas también de la...
One of the symptoms of leishmaniasis is very long nails, although I don't think this is the case. I think she just hasn't worn them down.
Es que no las ha gastado.
No. This dog has been locked up.
Esto la presentaría antes de ir con los instrumentos.
Mírale el tumor, a ver qué te parece, Isidor.
Hay que sacarlo.
We need to remove the tumour. It can be easily felt. Apparently she had mastitis and that led to a tumour here. We will do tests for leishmaniasis and the most common diseases to make sure everything is okay.
Vale.
Este es el más grande.
This tumour is the largest she has. It could be a mammary carcinoma.
El animalito no creo que esté.
I don't think she's sterilised. We'll take the opportunity to sterilise her and remove the masses.
Sacarlas más. Y luego la otra más aquí.
The other mass that looks like a sarcoma is this one here.
¿Es muy grande?
Sí.
About the size of an egg.
It's like an egg.
It measures about 5 cm high and 5 cm wide.
Cuando puncionamos el tumor,
If we puncture the tumour and it bleeds, it usually means that it is a skin tumour related to the blood vessels of the skin, and in some cases, they are malignant. We'll see whether the cytology is diagnostic or not.
no podemos ponerle nombre.
It doesn't seem to be attached to the muscle. It seems to be cutaneous, right?
Yes, it seems cutaneous.
Tiene nódulos y todo esto.
Esta es la quinta. Si la quinta tiene doble pezón, la cuarta. En la tercera también tiene unos nódulos aquí.
En todos.
Es
Muy
nueva
buena,
total.
pobrecita.
Es nueva, pero con las patitas marrones.
Es no así.
Los tumores.
I don't like the look of the tumours she has at all. She'll stay here with us.
Abba's case is heartbreaking. This is a dog that was chained all her life. She never got to go anywhere. Look at her nails. They're so long because she never got to walk anywhere. Look at her muscle mass. Same reason. She's been kept chained all her life. Her body is riddled with tumors that were never treated. She's not sterilized. The owners didn't care. And in the end, they threw her away. She must be 10, 11 years old, and she's had a horrible life. She's now at the hospital. We're gonna give her a second chance.
So I'm in the countryside outside of Picassent, which is outside of Valencia, and I'm in an area where there's lots of groves. Everything from pomegranates to lemons to limes to oranges, you name it. It's really pretty countryside. We're going to be going up to the Great House here with Let's Adopt International and get together with Viktor LArkhill and the team. Let's go check them out.
Hola.
Hey, hola.
Nice to meet you. Oriol, mi nombre es Oriol.
Tom.
Tom, ok, fantastic.
¿Cómo estás, Tom? Hello.
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 How are you?
Venga, va. Sorry to make you wait.
Ahí en la otra parte tenemos a...
Hello, Tom. Venga, ven.
Venga, va. Have you been inside? ¿Tú bien? ¿No? Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien, tío.
Hola.
Buenas. Oh, look at this.
Andy. Bueno, ya está aquí.
¿Ya está aquí otra vez?
Vale, es que ayer lo buscamos un pelín más para aparecer por la mañana. O sea, pero no, vamos. ¡Hombre! ¿Quién está despierta?
Amparo.
Wait. Don't take it from here because after this comes out, we have this furniture there. It's moving. It's much better. His neck. You remember his story? The neck had become separated from the thing because of a trauma, right? But with time, the muscles strengthened, the sinew strengthened as well, and now his head is very stable. So that's why he walks so much better.
Show me around, big guy.
Be careful, don't hit.
Yeah.
Amparo, Martín.
So this is a pretty good sized property.
Yes, pretty nice. Pretty nice. How's this one? Lovely. So it goes all the way there, and then goes to the fruit trees, and then we have a tennis court over there for the dogs to play tennis.
It's phenomenal, actually.
Yo digo, ha dicho que los perros juegan al.
Sí, claro, of course. For dogs to play tennis.
Llámala.
Now, you found this property after you had to leave the White House, is that
We didn't
correct?
have to leave. It's just that no, we didn't have
It was
to
just
leave.
not convenient to have
Yeah,
that
because it was
person-
too close to people, and
Yeah.
plus the rent was getting up, and then it goes to the point where we wanted to have more space. So this was perfect.
Yeah, this
We
is
did a little
amazing,
bit of
actually.
digging around. We saw two houses, and this one was in bad condition, but we thought, okay, well,
I remember seeing some of the early cleanups and
yeah.
and everything.
But now it's perfect. I mean, all of this was a mess and everything, but I imagine that it will turn out to be really beautiful.
Yeah.
So, let me tell you an inside story. The other day when Tom arrives, Tom is the head of World Awareness Animal Channel.
World Animal Awareness Society channel.
It doesn't matter, when you change the order, it's the same thing. If you do a stew with carrots and sausage, it doesn't matter if you put one thing on the line. Nah, World Animal Awareness Channel. Sorry, Tom. So he told me that by putting together long stories, people were able to see the whole process, and at the same time, watching this video basically increases view time, so YouTube monetizes that video and recommends it more. And then I thought, yeah, I mean, great idea, Tom, you're a genius, but I cannot do this because what we do is run live practically. We cannot put together long videos. But anyway, he convinced me, and this week that our editor is on holiday, we're putting together these long videos. And I have to say, I don't know if it's gonna work for our channel or not, but so far seems okay. So anyway, so we have these long form videos this week, and we'll see if people enjoy it or not. But I think our public just comes to our channel to know what has happened today, and that is what we have been building on, the immediacy and the daily updates. We'll see how it goes.
And people are watching right now on the World Animal Awareness Society channel, which benefits you. They're very curious about
exactly,
how does this benefit you?
Well, the fact that you can put together the whole video from the beginning to end is great, because it allows us to do something that we cannot do. I mean, if we did what we're doing this week, then people wouldn't be able to follow our day-to-day cases. Our rescue average will diminish, and Now, as I was saying, the fact that people can watch the full story in your channel is great, because it adds a new viewership, it increases our reach, plus also whatever money people donate to the fundraisers that you're throwing comes entirely to us. So it's really good. It's like you are a fundraiser for us in the States through a different channel. It's very good. People that watch full stories, what I'm going to tell you is kind of sad, and hopefully this is going to change the way people perceive things. But when you watch a full story, you begin with the animal being in bad shape. At the end, he's healed and recovery and home, and people think, wow, Viktor is great. We love him. But because the animal has already been saved, very few people will donate. It's a human thing, People don't get involved unless there is a sense of urgency, and this is why we want to involve everybody from the beginning. This is what we have. We have we just rescued a kitty with a broken leg. Okay, so tomorrow or the day after, there's going to be a fundraiser. People know it's happening now, and then these people help. The full thing is more difficult, because because human nature doesn't see the full perspective of things. If we had a different approach, if we could see things differently, there would be no such things as global warming, there would be no straight-up problem, nothing. But we have a much more narrow, approach and perception of things.
So in terms of our North American audience that's watching Viktor LArkhill and can use the YouTube giving, and although it's not immediate, it's still really important for the ongoing care, the ongoing rescues.
Absolutely. Since we started this program, you've sent us quite a lot of money, and this has helped us a lot running this place and getting the team together, and paying for surgeries, and you've been really helpful, and we're very, very grateful for this, and we want this partnership to continue for many years to come. What's happening now? What's happening? There's a big issue now. Abba has come out of her room, and now everybody's so excited. Abba, Abba. Like, Abba, look at her. Well, I mean, you'll record her later.
Yeah.
Abba is a new case that we have.
For me, it's your workflow. Your workflow is crazy good.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, it has come over years of trial and error. I was saying that the workflow that we have right now, the immediacy of recording and publishing, has come over the years of being in situations where we needed to provide with an update, but then we had to take this thing to edit and put the music. It will take too long.
Yeah.
So we created a system where it can happen practically immediately. I mean, we record in the morning and we send it over the net, and it gets edited immediately and it's published at 7 o'clock. So whatever people watch every day, it's just happening every day.
Yeah.
I mean, except when we have an old case, but yeah, I mean, it's all immediate. Oh, look at my baby champion. ¿Qué tal? Hoy champion baby. Qué bueno es.
Oh, are you getting jealous because he's holding champion right now? Just came and nudged me. He's like, hey, champion's getting some love.
Yeah. Champion. So this is Champion. Remember his story? He was dumped at a kill shelter. Uy. He's very old. He's 19 years old. And he was dumped at a kill shelter with a neurological condition. Now, what is really infuriating about this case is that we found out who the owner was. And the owner is a nurse specializing in neurological conditions. Do you believe it?
No.
So, and she is the head of the department in a human hospital. So,
what do you make of that?
What you make of that is that these people are everywhere, and that they look like us, and they, you will never guess. I was watching your videos of, I think it was Chicago or what, when you had these images of people really, leaving animals at a kill shelter.
That might
Detroit.
have been at Houston.
Houston.
Okay.
Okay.
We did it at Houston and Detroit too.
Okay. I mean, those people there, you got them on camera, and they were there, dumping the dog. I'm dumping this one to be killed because I have another one. So, it's I think it's part of human nature. Look at this baby.
It seems to be, but it also seems to be human awareness, though, just a general awareness of, like, here's how we really want to communicate. Like, I actually have a theory about...
I mean, if the head nurse of a hospital is not aware, then...
That's a really good point. Like, wow.
Wow, exactly.
So, I have a theory after spending quite a bit of time now going into all different types of areas here in Valencia. The difference between what's going on in southern part of the United States and other parts of the world. In here, the reason I think you do not have so many stray animals, and it's not because of laws or anything like that, it's just the nature of how the community is built. You're probably 90% people in apartment complexes, in collective housing, and so your neighbors watch out for you, the dog and so on, and you don't have so many opportunities where in America, almost everybody's in like a single family home and nobody's looking over them or saying you do this or do that. As a matter of fact, there's more of a separation. So I think in terms of the stray, but that just tells me that your animals that are really kind of out and about here are really kind of pretty destitute. That's it. That's, they're like some of the dogs that I saw at the shelter, for instance. But it's not because they're homeless or stray or roaming here in Spain. These are animals that have been, for the most part, mistreated. Now I understand your focus on what you do.
Yeah, we cannot, I mean, you don't go around seeing animals on the streets and picking them up from the streets. It's different.
However,
Here,
I did see one on the 415 coming over, but that's another story. Yeah.
On the highway?
Yeah.
On what? Really?
By La Pineda Street, about halfway between 405 and here.
Okay. It's very rare.
Yeah.
I don't remember last time I saw a dog on the streets in this town. If you go to the south, which is poorer, more rural, hunting communities and stuff, then yes, then you see them on the roads connecting villages abandoned. But over here, no. Over here is just individual cases of dogs that have appeared at the shelter, abandoned or run over by cars, or just found with clear signs of abuse. And that has been the approach, to take those animals because nobody else will take, because they were too expensive to heal. I mean,
that's what it comes down to. People have not figured out your model and been able to replicate it. Your model is really important to you being able to, I would think it's hard to get set up doing this, but once as you're set up, you've got this community that understands what you're doing. It's like
when we started in Turkey 16, 17 years ago, I used to have a lot of messages from people that didn't understand. The overall sentiment was, come on, but this dog is too old, or this dog is too expensive. Couldn't you destine those resources to something else? My reply was always, what resources? We just don't have the resources. When people donate to one of our animals, that's the resources that we have. So, but there was a lot of complaints. It's too old. But then, with time,
people got really upset with me when I asked that question in that title about a month or so ago with Noah. I titled it like, what's too much? Is this dog worth saving? And some people got really upset at me, but I was just trying to point out that a lot of people question
very often what happens is that people, they transfer. It's a feeling of transference. Very often people, because they are families, individual families, they are forced to take decisions based on monetary budgets, monetary reasons. So they think, okay, well, this dog is gonna cost me, they wanna charge me 15,000, and she's already 10 years old. It's a family. It has a big impact. Many families will go and they will do that. But others, they will say, no, it's too much, we cannot afford it. So then when they see an animal rescue group rescuing 10-year-olds and dedicating all these resources, then they get upset and they transfer the feelings and they react. But it's very rare. It's not like before. Nowadays in our community, and we have nearly 1 million people on the main channel, and we have nearly another 1 million on the other one, there's 1 million people that understand. And that's great.
Yeah.
That has happened over time. It hasn't been easy.
Well,
but think about it. There's 2 million people.
And we've been working with you for 3 years, and I didn't really get it until about 6-8 months ago. This, like, when I finally got it, it was some of the comments from people that just explained this end of life, or this, at some point in time, they finally got this love, and I'm like, oh, it finally clicked for me.
Yeah, because what do you do with this guy? Okay? What do you do? I mean, one thing is to watch a video from the comfort of your home, and the other thing is to have the dog here in your arms. Now what do? You say, hey, champion, you're very old. So your best option is to die. Okay, come on. It's the best for you, champion. No, of course not. I cannot take that decision. I mean, I created all of this so that I will never have to take such a decision. It doesn't happen. So we don't euthanize animals. Well, we do if they are really sick, if they are suffering, if we cannot do anything to alleviate their suffering. We apply euthanasia in the purest sense, in the purest meaning of the word. But to euthanize a dog because it's too old or too expensive, no, we just don't do it. And that's why we build a community of people that understand us and that want, and that for them this little dog here is valuable.
Yeah.
They will never meet him. They will never meet Champion. They will never hold him in their arms, but he has a value, and this guy is a principle. It's worth protecting. So So this is why. And our sanctuary is full of animals like this. Then later you'll shoot images of Dickens, for example. He's been with us now, what, 7-8 years? Completely, I mean, he's on wheelchair. He's incontinent. You have to help him pee and poo. But he's the happiest dog in the world. So
He seems like he wants to participate in everything.
Yeah, he needs to. Yeah, he wants to be. I mean, whenever he sees me coming, like, oh my God, things are happening. let me be in front of the camera. So yeah.
Tell me about some of the dogs. I'll ask you one at a time. You can give me a little brief. Like Lucky back there. Lucky spends a bunch of time on his own, but I see him wagging his tail when he's seeing stuff going on.
Lucky's spending time of his own because he's going through chemotherapy right now. He's taking Lamustine, and he just had the latest pill yesterday or 2 days ago. So he's not feeling great at the moment. But the way he feels is not what a human being will feel. I mean, humans feel terrible with chemo. Dogs don't. He usually spends a couple of days down, depressed, maybe a little fever, but then that's it. Tomorrow he'll be jumping up and down. We have Bruce over here. Bruce, campeón. Yes, Bruce, we're talking about you. You'll shoot him later. Bruce was rescued in Turkey.
By the way, the term should be I'll film him later. I don't want to necessarily shoot him later.
Okay, no, don't shoot him, don't shoot him. Film him later. Film him later. So he was rescued in Turkey about 10 years ago, and beautiful dog. Found a home in Holland. The Turkish organization sent him to Holland, and after a while, the family in Holland decided to return. They say, no, it's not going to work. So they decided to return him to the Turkish Animal Welfare Organization, but they couldn't send him back to Turkey. So they asked us for help. So then we went to Holland, picked him up, and brought him here. He's been with us ever since. This dog, when he arrived here, he was a demon, really. I met him at the airport. I opened the box, and he nearly chewed my head off. Unbelievable. But over the years he mellowed, and he's an old guy now, so soft and nice, very, very nice. And then we have over here, let me see, who do we have there in the back? We have Dorian. Dorian was found in a local village.
Oh, I remember this story pretty well. It's hard to forget.
Okay. Dorian was found in a local village. He suffered from leishmaniasis, which is a condition transmitted by parasites. And it was the kind of leishmaniasis that affected his skin. So most of the skin on his face was gone. He was like skinned alive, like no skin. And people were really afraid. He looked terrible. I mean, he's been with us for so long that in those days I didn't even take videos. I mean, just have a picture of him, but that picture is so descriptive. So we treated him, and great recovery and everything, but the thing with him is that he's shy. He's a chow chow. He's not an easy dog to rehome. Very aloof and wants to keep his distance, and people want cute and cuddly. And Dorian is cute, but not cuddly. Very rarely he lets me touch him. So he stayed. I mean, last thing I want is to send him somewhere, and then people tell me, well, it doesn't let me cuddle him. And then, wow, no.
Well, this is unique too, again, in terms of what you're doing. You not only try to get as many animals like off to a new home, but you have these places here, the Great House, the Pink House, that allows for animals end of care life. That's really unique.
It's about, yes, I mean, I try to find
people would
homes.
say, oh, it's a failing, you don't have a home for these. I'm like, no, this is a total success. This is the perfect home.
This is a home. I mean, I don't know any dogs that live, well, my dogs, But usually these guys wake up in the morning, they go out for a walk, they have breakfast, and they spend the entire day just hanging around, doing things, chasing squirrels and mice that they see in the garden, and playing with the team. There's always 4 people here taking care of them and interacting with them, so they have really full lives. I want to find homes for as many as I can, but I know there are some that will never find homes. So once, Dorian has been with us for 8 years. He's now probably 11 years. He's gonna stay here. He's happy. He's happy.
And he has a place, and you have room.
We don't always have room, but we wiggle things out. Whenever we have a dog that absolutely needs to come and we are full, then we take Bruce and we tell him, Bruce, you have to share a room. You have to leave your beautiful room, and now you're gonna have to stay with Champion. I don't want to stay with Champion. Yes, you have to share. There's always a room. There's always a room.
Yeah.
We like to keep things ideal, 1 or 2 dogs per room. But anyway, they get to share. It depends on their character. Some dogs are really great friends and they sleep as a pack. So we have 5 dogs in a room. Others better alone, 1 or 2. There's always a way.
Why isn't it?
We've never not taken a dog because we don't have space.
Right.
It hasn't happened.
Figure it out.
Yes, we figured it out. We don't take dogs sometimes because I judge that this rescue is better handled by somebody else that has different infrastructure. We specialize on dogs that are too difficult. So
having said that, and that being a main difference between a lot of others, including municipals and shelters, what can municipal and city, county, provincial shelters do to be more effective, to really extend upwards their standard of care?
In an ideal world, they should run a real comprehensive, multi-layer and multi-approach program. They should have proper adoption programs that they don't have. They should have outreach that they just don't have. Very often these shelters are just storage facilities for dogs. So, even if you look really hard, you don't find any outreach. You don't find posts telling the story of the dog, trying to find him a home. They just sit there waiting for somebody to go there to adopt. What we do, think about it. We're here in Spain, in a remote location, hidden from public, but our dogs are known worldwide. Come on, guys, they should organize themselves. They should start making video. They should.
That's the thing. What you're doing is not rocket science. It's not nothing anyone else can do. Anyone could repeat your success. Anyone, pretty much.
Here I was thinking I was a genius. No, of course not. Of course, not rocket science.
But you are if you're the only one really doing it.
Of course, it's not
but you are if you're the only one doing it, and it's really, really hard to do.
Look, you wouldn't believe the amount of shelters where you go and you see a dog, and what's his name? And he doesn't have a name. Start by that. Start by giving every dog a name, and a proper name, and a name that propels him. Then take a video, tell his story. Well, but we cannot because the facilities are not so nice. Take him for a walk. Just so easy. Just put him in against a wall, use the camera, use the zoom, tell his story, have a voice there that tells, and eventually it's gonna work. But if you don't do that, then nobody's gonna. Anyway, there should be sterilization programs with facilities for low income. There's a controversy whether it should be mandatory or not. After all these years, I still haven't figured it out, but I am more inclined to think that it should. But it depends on
microchipping. Should that be
microchipping?
mandatory?
Of course, yeah, of course. There's nothing wrong with microchipping. Maybe for those people that believe that microchipping is gonna,
but
in the 5G, and you got to wear
yes,
your
exactly,
aluminum
yeah,
hats.
but no, but then I mean, microchipping doesn't attract any kind of problems. I shouldn't microchipping because whenever a dog, and sometimes it's even easier.
You're telling me
sometimes it's even.
believe you're one of the most prolific microchipped dogs of people in Spain, right?
In Spain, yes, because they are all under my name. Yeah.
Hundreds.
Yeah, hundreds, many hundreds. So whenever they pass, then we have to go and erase them from the database. But sometimes I forget, so I have hundreds of dogs on my name. Alba, come.
Who else is in there?
No,
just the space.
Yeah. This is Abba's room.
That's a nice room. It's a really nice room.
Nice, eh?
Yeah.
Hombre, pero es como un hotelillo esto.
Claro, como un hotelillo.
Sí, sí.
¡Ay! ¿Ves? Es que es muy Noah.
Now. Yeah. Thank you.
Like that?
Yeah.
Vamos. ¿Qué pasa? No, deja eso. Ay.
Come here, beautiful. Let's go. We're leaving.
Menudo viajecito.
What a trip we've had. It's rained a lot.
Una buena, ¿eh? De lluvia. Hola.
Buenos días.
Oye, Abba, venga, saluda a José.
Hola, ¿cómo estamos, hija?
What are we going to do to Abba today?
Today, a CT scan.
¿Tac?
Sí. Hola, pues bien. Sí. Bueno, un poquito, ¿no? Sí. Vamos.
Very good. Sit down. Abba is so obedient.
Muy obedientes.
2665 kilograms.
Au. A verás ahora.
Now I'm going to give you a quick injection, Abba.
Ya verás. ¡Uy! Ese es un pinche. Mira. ¡Qué rápido!
Ya.
Pinche. Ya está, mi nena. Ay, la chica guapa. ¿Qué es?
She's very good.
Sí. ¡Qué dientes tienes! ¡Que no tienes dientes! Pues no, María, fija que los pondrías esos. Mira, quiere.
She just wants you to pet her.
Yes, she's like that all day.
Empieza aquí los cosas, ¿no? Venga, dice que esto la mira, si no se o... Sí. ¿Más que tiene que trastornar? Ah, bueno, la chica con la boca sí, mira, tots dient el mateix.
Y ahora le vamos a hacer.
Now we're going to do a CT scan on Abba to see what's going on with all the lumps she has.
She has everything in the same mammary chain.
Everything on the same side?
Yes, although she has more here.
This is the lump she has on her skin. It measures approximately 5.5 centimeters. It is well encapsulated. We have the intercostal muscles here, and we see that it is not adhered to the intercostals, but it is adhered to the subcutaneous. I think we can easily remove it.
We performed a CT scan and we saw that there is no metastasis. These tumors have remained either at superficial skin level or, like in the case of the mammary tumors, well, it's better to take them out as soon as possible before they start reproducing, and then you understand. We had to go into surgery.
Coxarthrosis. She has tremendous hip dysplasia. You can see that her hips are in a terrible state.
My goodness.
I think we should do an arthroplasty on the left side. This is the ovary, by the cyst next to the fat that wraps and protects the ovary.
And that's the cyst.
Yes, this is the cyst. Many of these cysts cause behavioral problems.
Yeah.
Next nodule.
These are mammary tumours, which we also see in humans.
Esas tijeras son maravillosas.
The scissors that Isidore is using are wonderful, clotting the blood as they cut.
Va coagulando. Nunca hemos dado esta información.
These tumours bleed a lot.
Imagine how much blood there would be otherwise. Here we can see more cysts, on top of those that we have already removed.
Llevamos ya sacado un montón, ¿eh? Bueno, primera parte.
We have the first part done. Have we already removed all the mammary chain?
We have one left here below.
Ah, sí. Ya está. Queda ese, ¿no?
And the big one on the side too.
Yes, we'll remove that one now.
Bueno, ahora ya nos ponemos con este lado.
Let's go with this side now. We'll remove the one she has on her leg, this other one here, and finally the biggest of them all.
Este gigantón.
How long have we been? 2 hours?
More.
My goodness.
Bueno, Abba.
Abba, what a beating they've given you, huh?
Ya hemos quitado todo.
We have already removed them all, about 8 mammary and 3 cutaneous tumours.
3 cutáneos, uno por aquí, otro acá y otro por otra zona.
Poor thing.
Pobrecita.
It's all done, Abba. Here I am, Abba. We're leaving now.
No. ¿A dónde vas? Oye. Que sí, tranquila.
Vale, pues me ha dicho Ana que
A little serum and biodramine to hydrate her. Did she have anything else besides this?
On her left side, yes.
Muy bien. Así.
Abba.
Abba, por favor. Si no te hacen nada. Eres una cuentista. Ya va. ¿Qué dices? A ver.
Ahora que te grabo no hablas, ¿eh? Ay, qué rico.
Look how smart she is. She puts her paw in so that the food bowl doesn't move.
Que se mueve el plato. Ya está, hombre, ya está.
¿Le viene grande o qué?
No, viene perfecto. Está hecho para ella. Ya vamos.
We're leaving now, Abba, home.
Menuda notas, cuidado, ahí.
Ahora te colocaremos esa campana.
Pero ¿cómo llevas la campana, chica? Surgery went well. There were so many tumors. We're glad we took them out. Eventually, they were gonna kill her. She will now move to the great house where she will continue her rehabilitation, recovery, and hopefully we will find a beautiful home for her. Abba,
Abba, are you coming with me? We're going to Benissa.
So Abba's wounds are doing really, really well. As you can see, she's not wearing a t-shirt anymore. So they're practically closed. Maybe she has like this much left. And the wound on her hind leg is doing so much better. It's much smaller, and we think that she's gonna heal up in no time.
Hola. Mira quién hay aquí. Hola. Muy bien. Mira, ¿sabes qué vamos a hacer? Vamos a presentar.
Let's introduce Nano, let them get a little scent. How are you? So much drool.
Estabas aquí tan a gusto. Y te voy a presentar a Abba.
I'm going to introduce you to Abba. You're going to share the trip.
We're just organising our mornings, seeing what we have to do, and seeing as Abba has her appointment later today and we have a bit of time, what we're going to do is we're going to bathe her because she needs it, and because we are basically part of the family, they've even given us the keys to go and bathe her ourselves.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
¿Qué se porta, Abba? Oye, que se lleve esta perra.
Anyone who takes Abba is getting a gem.
See, she's ready for adoption, don't you think? Yeah?
Yes.
So, if you're interested in Abba, she's an amazing dog. She is perfect for a family home. Please send us information and photos. Tell us about you, your family, other pets that you have, where you live. Send it all to us at the Viktor's email that we're gonna leave down below. Abba just deserves the best loving home ever. Ready for your bath?
Ready.
Bath time. ¿Quieres ser?
Madre mía, pero si aún no te has mojado, Abba.
What a dangerous combination, Abba. My phone and water.
El teléfono y el agua. Chica, no me mires así.
Don't look at me like that, Abba. You needed a bath.
Granuja. Pobrecita. ¡Ah!
So the wound is doing really well. It used to be much deeper, but as you can see, it's actually quite shallow now. So this will just be maybe another week and it should be nice and closed.
Vale, está millor això. Sí.
This is dirt. It's what was left after the effect of the medication.
Ja està.
Este es un poco lo...
This still needs to heal, but everything else is very good.
Pero lo demás ya está todo en orden, ¿eh? Bien.
Congratulations, you did a good job.
¿Verdad? Sí.
Entonces hemos quedado que las otras bolitas no hace falta quitarlas, ¿no?
No. Las vamos a controlar.
Las vamos a controlar.
Did she already have an ear infection when you rescued her? She might have a splinter. Is she fasting? Because we'll have to sedate her. There's a black thing in the ear that's not normal. And this way we can explore much better because I can't see her eardrum right now.
We're going to see if we can see what's there and if we can get it out.
Ay, va a ver. ¿Y eso qué es?
Madre mía, pobrecito.
Putrefacta.
This is a foxtail. It's been there for so long, it's disintegrated. She's had this in her ear since before we rescued her.
That's why she wasn't getting better. You can see a bubble and blood at the end. That is inflammatory fluid, and the other is the ear. You can see a bit of blood with fluid, it's very inflamed.
Que con todo lo de las heridas de la barriga, tumores y tal.
With all the tumour issues, we forgot about the fangs. These will need to be extracted.
In general, her teeth are quite clean, but what worries us are the lower fangs.
Están desgastados, pero lo que más me preocupa son los colmillos.
Inferiores.
Sí, sobre todo los de abajo, sí. Es que mira esto.
Sí, eso está expuesto. La raíz.
Está podrido.
Oh, limpieza profunda.
So what we've done is put some cleaning liquid into her ear. We're aspirating it, and now we're going to finish rinsing it out with some saline.
Vaya pasada. Escucha, pero esto no es por falta de limpieza nuestra.
This isn't due to a lack of cleaning on our part. It's been stored and doesn't come out well because of the splinter.
Of course, the splinter inflames, and the ear, to protect itself, generates wax constantly.
It doesn't look as dirty as before. It's super clean now.
Está limpísimo.
We're treating the skin with this special blue light. They clean the wound with the saline solution first, then they put this special cream on, and then just add the light. Okay, Abba, you're almost done. You've got your legs sorted and your ears sorted. Time to go home once you wake up. Bye-bye.
Ya está. Ya está.
We're going to take some x-rays. Her hips present advanced degenerative disease, advanced osteoarthritis, which is causing all of this. Unfortunately, she has significant muscle atrophy. There is no degree of extension. The hip cannot be extended. It's a very complex case to treat the hip. Not only does she have a joint in very poor condition, but also a very deteriorated muscle condition. Even with help, she would have a very long and intense rehabilitation period, but we cannot know what the results would be. The pain would be reduced, or at least some of the pain, but we don't know to what extent that limb could be functional.
These 3 incisors need to be removed, and also the 2 lower canines. The others, depending on the x-rays, but I think not.
And the lower ones are reabsorbable?
Yes, indeed.
The CBC is normal, and in the blood chemistry, we have measured fructosamine due to her weight loss. It's a bit low, but everything is fine in general.
Good morning, Abba. What a great job they have done with your teeth. Now, a little laser treatment on the wounds on your paws, and you are ready. We're going home.
Hola, estamos aquí en Benissa.
Hello, we're here in Benissa to check on our friend Abba,
Abba. Ay.
who is absolutely delighted to be here.
¿Qué vas a hacer? muy bien. Claro que sí. Di que sí, hombre. Pues sí, vamos a hacer una revisión.
We're going to review the medication she's on for arthritis to see if we can reduce some of it and still maintain stability.
Algo de medicación y buscar una estabilidad. Ella, bien, bueno,
She limps a little, but she's feeling fantastic, very spirited. And she loves traveling with me, right?
Sí.
What's the matter? Why the whining? You're such a crybaby, aren't you? She has arthritis. We're going to have it checked by the specialist.
El especialista. Oh.
She's put on weight, I'm sure. We're about to weigh her now.
A ver, quieta. Así me gusta.
Such a good girl. 30.5 kilos.
Muy bien.
Very good, not bad at all.
No está mal, venga, pasa otra vez ahí, va.
She's gained 4 to 5 kilos. You could see her ribs the last time she came. She's much more beautiful now.
Anyone wanting to put on weight should come to our rescue center.
We're going to take samples from her ears.
She has a wound. We'll clean it up well now.
It's because she scratches herself. She has a small scab.
Sí, porque ella me gana. Está mucho mejor.
You're just so good. You're always asking about me at the great house. And now that you're spending the day with me, you're ignoring me. Come, take a photo with me, come on.
Muy bien.
She must be thinking, what is this fool doing? Abba, here you go. Oh, she's not deaf. We thought she was deaf, but she's not. She's deaf when she wants to be. Come, lie down here with me. Let's take a selfie. Well, looks like I'll have to do it. A selfie, but you have to look at the camera. I'll leave you now. I'm going to clean my clothes a bit. They're covered with hair. She's been limping quite a bit lately because she also had some wounds on her paw. But now she seems quite well, compared to before.
Yes, I've been looking at the x-rays and I've seen some collapsed discs. Besides the whole hip problem, super advanced arthritis. I'm going to examine her. What I saw on the x-rays is an advanced degenerative picture, both of the spine and hip. We're going to make her walk a little to see how she's doing. She walks very well considering her condition. I'm going to examine her to see where she's in more pain, hip or spine. We need to put a muzzle on her.
No, I'll hold her tight.
Segurísimo, yo lo cojo fuerte.
Es que no le he hecho nada, ¿eh?
Vale. Mira.
It's not that I've done anything, right?
Obviously, because we touch areas that hurt, she complains.
Le va a fastidiar. Necesito estar seguro.
Tranquilo, sí.
As she has the whole problem at the level of spine and hip. The moment you change her posture, it hurts.
Claro.
A ver, un momentito, Abba, un momentito.
La tengo.
The degree of hip extension is practically nil. The right one is reduced, but the left one is practically nil. And in the spine, the point of greatest pain is at the lumbosacral level, which is between L7 and S1. So there are several degenerative pathologies, and if it were only one, maybe a solution beyond conservative treatment could be considered. But being several, the ideal would be to assess palliative treatment and try to give her the best quality of life possible. The spine hurts a lot, but the main focus of pain is in the hip. In fact, she limps more on one limb than the other, and it's precisely the left one, which is the one that extends the least. So, well, we can try with the medication and see if the left one moves a bit more, but we won't work miracles because the hips are in terrible shape. And to do anything else on this dog would be a failure, because she has advanced hip arthritis, collapsed lumbar discs. So anything we do, there's a chance that the dog could lose her ability to walk, because a post-surgical scenario like that would likely be a failure.
Sí, mejor, sí. Abba es muy buena.
Abba is very good. She's deaf. Well, I've found out that she is selectively deaf.
He comprobado que está sola para lo que quiere.
Planning for palliative treatment. This is all the medication we have to give her. Is that clear?
Yes. You were so eager to leave. Come on, we're going home.
Venga, que nos vamos a casa. Vamos. And that's Abba, an old dog whose only purpose was to act as an alarm. She's now happy. She lives with us at the great house. She's having a wonderful time, but she's getting older. And that is the proof, that is the commitment of this organization towards our rescues. I would love for Abba to have a family, to go to a home. But so far this family hasn't written to me. So there's nothing I can do. Only thing I can do is to give her the best life we can. And she's having this.
It's an animal world out there. Watch the World Animal Awareness Society channel and feel right at home. Come, sit, subscribe, and stay a while.